You wouldn't believe it, folks, but it's actually the same South Korean photographer and videographer that we stumbled upon a few days ago. So I'm guessing that, I just spoke to her before we started, I'm guessing that they have the sort of usual rounds, should we say. They're off to find somewhere else. They were waiting in the queue at the other phone box, which we'll see in a minute, but gave up because the queues today are, I mean, they're oddly long. Why oddly? I mean, it is warm, etc., and it's bright, but it's not sunny. I mean, it's not even close to being sunny. Yeah, people are back out in full force, curiously enough. As you can see, guys, interesting skies today. I mean, I think the horses and the lifeguards that have arrived to take over are going to be delighted by the weather. It's a welcome respite. Monday, last time I was here, the day before yesterday, was officially the hottest day of the year in the UK. How hot did it get? Well, just under 35 degrees were the record temperatures recorded. I believe at Gatwick and in London as well. So pretty hot. Family pictures under Big Ben, the Elizabeth Tower. This is the queue. I'm not in it, guys. Why? Because we have more important matters to attend to. But yeah, this is the queue for the last phone box. Quite a long one. When I first arrived, there were a few people that were standing here for quite a long time. And I swear, that dirty look she gave me. One other thing, guys, you might notice my voice is a little bit more throaty today. That's not because I decided to pop to Soho last night and find myself a rent boy who did despicable things to me. It's actually because of the fact that, would you believe, I think I might have an infection. But hey, the good news is I had it since the weekend. It was bad. But hey, I think it's now almost better. The fever stage broke. Had a really high temperature for the last few days. Didn't mention it because it's fine. But yes, I've got a slightly Barry White-ish kind of voice, guys. So let's head on in. Gosh, it's really busy. Yeah, it's real busy here. In fact, I can't remember his name. That character in Police Academy, the really big black guy with a really deep voice, whose most famous lines in the film were, "Yeah." That's what I sound like right now, actually. Bubba, what's his name? Oh, Bubba Smith, I think his name. The actor, Bubba Smith. Magnificent actor. Yeah. So, horseguards. Now, I'm thinking, guys, that because people have had some time to recover from that extreme heat wave that we experienced on Monday, it might get really busy today. It's certainly looking like it's going to be a busy one. I mean, there's a lot of people on the street, just sort of randomly. Sometimes it ends up transpiring to be like that, like super packed. There's no rhyme or reason whatsoever to how some days it's jammed and other days there's hardly anyone. It makes no sense at all. So the whole thing's weird. Now, let's get ourselves to the horse guards. It's around 11:25, give or take. I hope she's not going to let one drop on the street. That would not be very nice, would it? There's no toilet paper available in this area either. So yes, the lifeguards. Now, the reason that's interesting is that there is a good chance, yet having been 2 weeks that I think the previous group were on, good chance we might well see a rotation of troopers this morning. Now, obviously as time goes on, the more troopers that we see from each of the regiments, the more we're going to get a flavour of how miscreant tourists are going to be dealt with if they touch the horse. Now, you all saw and loved, in fact, as did I filming it, the sheer magnificence of the Blues, our beloved Blues, on Monday. Really firmly dealing with it. And guys, you know, it pains me, but it's the lady troopers that are outperforming their male counterparts at the moment. We all know it. We've seen it. They're not taking any nonsense at all from the tourists. Which begs the question, why or how has that been allowed to transpire? Again, we want consistency, don't we, people? And to be honest, you know, I think it's fair to say that London District probably also wants some sort of consistency. So that poses the question, why is there no consistency? Well, I guess today will be more of an indication, depending on which troopers we've got from the lifeguards, as to the lifeguard approach. We're now way over a week into the new regime. So let's hope, as Barry White would say, that it's all under control. Okay, let's walk past Downing Street. Gosh, it's a big queue. And then we'll hit. I might start calling it the guards because it sounds a little bit more kind of like, you know, edgy and rough and dangerous. So yeah, guys, we're going past Downing Street, you know, and then we're going to hit the guards in it. Oh, what the hell is Shia LaBeouf doing in London? I know he hasn't worked on very much since the Transformers franchise finished. I'm shocked. What's he doing in London, drinking an open can on the street? I always thought his career would be much more successful than Megan Fox, but hey, it appears not. Right, we've got some people planning a burglary, I think, guys. I might have to speak to the police. Look, they look very suspicious, don't they, these three? Definitely 100% planning a burglary down the street. That guy in the suit is fooling no one. I'm pretty sure I've seen him on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. That's a wanted face. Look, I was right. Look, the officers questioned them. What are your intentions? Why are you trying to gain access? We don't want you here unless you're going to come in and clean the toilets. Okay, we'll do that. There we have it. Free toilet cleaning service. Courtesy of senior civil servants. All the people that are excited, etc., and taking pictures here are of nothing, fundamentally. However, look. All the tourists, look. I think they should like beep really loudly and scare the whatever's out of everyone. Right, police are going to execute the drivers of the car, guys. Get ready for it. Damn, I wish the security in my building were that good. They're lazy as hell. I mean, I've never actually yet driven up in a vehicle because I can't drive. So I don't know if they would come downstairs and open the gates to me like these fine fellows did. But I mean, it's very, very easy to see why tourists happily crowd the front here. There is no signage at all asking for space or, you know, kind of keep things clear, keep away from the gates. Maybe just a simple sign to keep entrance clear, something like that would help. But I guess it's been considered, but it's never happened. Yeah, I haven't seen any signage at all at the front here. So it makes sense why the tourists often get themselves in trouble. It's really funny when people are just about to walk and smash their head on the pole, and then they realise that, hey, there is, ta-da, a camera. Now, I'm not sure if the audio picked it up, but a very cheeky girl that just walked past made a rasping sound. Oh, good lord. Okay, next stop, finally, is the guards in it. Oh. For some reason they decided to close the bus stops. Hopefully that's a permanent decision because would it not be great if they banned buses from going anywhere near the King's horses? Because it's often when there's a big queue of buses in the front here, it kind of becomes a virtual prison. But the horses seem to have a meltdown. I must admit though, guys, I'm extremely sad that we're not going to be seeing either magnificent, glorious Zoetalor today. Sad, I know. Or, of course, our new favourite, the glorious, unparalleled mare, Zambezi, who I'm sure, please guys, feel free to correct me in the comments, has got to be the largest mare in HCAV. Okay, she's absolutely massive. She's a gigantic horse. So it's a young mare aged between 6 and 7 years old. Where the hell did they find a mare that big? Extraordinary. Okay, so something's happened. I don't know what it is, but no traffic is being permitted between horseguards and Trafalgar Square in this direction. Notice there's a police vehicle that's been parked in the centre of the road as if you know, the cones and the road ahead sign were not enough of a visual deterrent. They've actually decided to leave a police vehicle here. However, it seems like a very angry, upset tourist has taken the police to court and got a CCJ. Look, see, this vehicle has a CCJ on it. That means it's a county court judgment, which means the vehicle now belongs to the tourist. They'd have sued the police for ruining their holiday. The county court judge decided, hey, I agree with you, here's the judgment. And as you can see, there's now a CCJ on the vehicle. That's unfortunate, isn't it? I mean, I can't think personally of any other reason why it would be. that a vehicle would have CCJ on it. Got the second part of the lifeguard arrival in the yard at the moment. What's happening is they're dismounting. That's why we've got all these people with their arms in the air. Guys, they're not giving Nazi salutes. Let me just confirm that, okay? This has nothing to do with Nazism. All these arms raised in the air in that, so what is it? 270-degree arc? It's purely to film what's going on in the yard. Just to clarify that before any of you get upset and start blaming me for promoting extremist values. I would never do such a thing. And that, ladies and gents, is actually why I try not to film a lot of the protests along here. Not because they're extremist, but because, like any protest, regardless of whether it's pro or anti anything, it contains elements of extremism. We all know that, we've seen it. Okay, so, an update. Trooper that we're looking at now, on this magnificent, alert, young looking actually, and very beautiful horse, was here at the weekend. So it seems to me they haven't yet rotated the troopers that were in the last contingent of lifeguards. Now, the only way we're going to know 100% if it's changed is by looking at the other troop at the other end and then walking a little bit further along and seeing who we've got in the yard as Gatesman and Chitsman. Tourists are just enjoying a quick gin and tonic at the guards bar here in the centre. They look like bottles of water, but they're not. Oh, I didn't see you for ages. Where have you been?
The weather. No, the nice days have been out and about.
Yeah.
The hot days have been at home.
Smart, to be honest. It was Monday here. It was just, it was torture.
Yeah,
I tell you, it was really bad. Yeah. It's interesting to notice that some tourists, I think, sued the police. They got a CCJ against the vehicle. Look at the CCJ on the front. You're good though, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good to see you. Right, folks, that is a regular fellow that we speak to here, Barry. He's a lovely chap. Knows the ins and outs of this place better than pretty much anyone else. Police, I think they're deciding on how many arrests they're going to make this morning. The problem is they've got about 850 people coming out the gate, none of whom have bought a horse guards ticket. So they're just deciding, okay, who do we arrest first? What do we think, guys? Who's going to get arrested first? I personally think it'll be somebody wearing red, CCP colours, or white. I mean, to be honest, I can't really go anywhere. I'm stuck with a gazillion people around me in the middle here. Like, what is going on? I did say that, didn't I, when I was approaching, that I thought it was going to be a bit of a stonker this morning. And indeed, it is a stonker this morning. And this is not, folks, anything to do with the palace crowd, because the palace guard change only just finished. All of these gajillion people, I think the police are going to tell them off in a minute. Look at this crowding around the archway. Everybody looking at where the horses went. Look, sticking their arms and cameras and stuff around the corner. It is bit busy. Okay, so the troop that we've got on this side, I'm reasonably certain we saw him in one of the boxes over the weekend. Oh, as this fellow just told his... oh, look at this. There we go. I told you. I knew it out the arch. Why is this happening? Here comes the officer, guys, to deal with the problem. Get back peasants, I think is the command that she just gave. I'm pretty sure it was. Troopers sighing, he's already like, get me the flipping hell out of here. The reason this has happened, guys, in the defense of the tourists, is because there's a certain army photographer that's sometimes here that likes to play jokes. When I was arriving in the yard, I saw him taking the chain back down. Just for a photo. I can't believe you, Charlie. I mean, how could you do it? Come on, it's not fair. So guys, they haven't put the chain up, and this is why the tourists walk in. Guy just walked right into the gates. God, just like, I've had enough, let me out of here, I'm done. That's it, guys, this is the problem. There is no chain, no chain. We're just discussing why there's no chain. What do we think? Do you think they forgot?
Yeah,
Some guy just walked right to the gates, the tourist.
Did you get him?
It's because there's no chain. They're just obviously all like thronging in. Then the police came over. But it wasn't me, it wasn't you, that's what matters. Am I right?
Yeah, that's all right. You know him.
Oh, Charlie.
He really got stung, didn't he?
Wait, you got stung?
I got stung by a wasp, and then he asked the army what to do about it, and they said they're trained for shot wounds, not bee stings.
But it's usually first aiders. What do you do if you got stung?
I mean, me personally, I would lay on the ground and cry and hope that the pain would pass.
Chased him. Taste him.
I think maybe it mistook Charlie's head for honeycomb.
What would you put on it if it was stung? You put water on it.
I would think milk, surely, no? If you don't have any kind of lotion, I would have thought milk, typically.
Water, you got water on it.
I don't know if that water's going to make it any better or any worse. Did it hurt more when you put water on it?
No.
But it's
Got
alright
ice
now.
on it, don't you? That is it.
Yeah, but I mean, what are the chances of finding ice in this area on
I
after?
can't remember. I can't remember what you put on the bee sting.
What's that thing that people inject when you've got in some sort of, like drug-induced trauma? The thing that you have to stab yourself in the heart with it to bring yourself back to life after you've overdosed on fentanyl. Can't remember what it's called.
No, my mother was in it, so she might ask her again.
She'll know for sure.
She used to be a nurse.
Busy morning, guys. Let's have fun. We're already done.
I'm nearly done. I'm going home soon.
I just arrived. Yeah, perfect timing, I think, really. Okay, that's the army photographers, guys, having fun. One got stung, and the other one asked military police how they should treat the bee sting. And apparently, the response—I'm not sure if you heard that—the response from the military police was, "We can treat bullet wounds, but not bee stings," which is kind of appropriate, actually. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with, guys. An absolute squish of happy tourists, most of whom appear to be Latino. In fact, I'm hearing lots of Spanish spoken this morning. People are asking about keys. Somebody saying like a key. I don't think you need a key to get into here. The main thing is, though, it doesn't appear, despite the massive crowd, and it is enormous, look, I'm not exaggerating, despite the massive crowds of people, for the moment, no one's taken the you-know-what. Is that this way, at the top here, I can see the giraffes. I think she's mistaking Big Ben for a giraffe, folks. She's dragging her tour group there under false pretenses of there being exotic animals when there aren't. Other than the pigeons in Trafalgar Square, this is the only place you can see live animals in central London. Actually, that said, there are probably quite a few live animals available to eat in Chinatown. I haven't been there for a while, but I'm pretty sure there would be. The thing is, there are so many people here that if somebody does decide to touch, I'm convinced another tourist will say to them, "Hey, you're not allowed to touch." Now, curiously enough, that chain, that missing chain in the yard is still down, and it's 20 to noon, guys. Would you believe? So the guard change completely is finished. The Blues are gone. They're probably actually halfway back to Hyde Park by now. We've got a Gatesman, we've got a Chitsman, we've got two Boxmen, but we've got no chain. Interesting enough. So let's focus on how the tourists are going to interact at this end with this trooper and his gloriously magnificent horse. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this picture is sponsored by Coca-Cola, folks. Viral marketing. Let's wait for the Pepsi crew to arrive. I'm genuinely expecting that we're not going to be seeing hands reaching out for the horse. Unless, of course, anybody sees the face of Christ in the eyes of the horse, in which case everyone's going to be running out and reaching out at the same time. The thing is, until we get a lot of those real sort of wannabe influencer types here, who always reach out for the horse because it looks better optically for their little pictures, most tourists, typically speaking, even before, were not super touchy-feely. Lots were, but the majority weren't. It's never been the case that a majority of people touch the horse. Quite the opposite, to be honest. It just might have seemed somewhat skewed, the numbers, because of the fact that there were obviously so many miscreant episodes captured across everyone's channels here. That, hey, there's constant misbehaviour. But no, it's not true. Yes, there's been a lot of misbehaviour, but overall, people are good and well-intentioned and respectful. He says as somebody does something naughty. Oh, loving the little fellow's household division T-shirt. Look at that, brilliant! What a top man. Love it. And he managed a nice smile. Got a good picture without anybody in the background. which is kind of what we were expecting and hoping for. He deserves it. The thing is, as I can't speak 15 languages, guys, I can't overhear conversations with tourists about should I touch or not. I'm thinking that Rusty over here from Iowa just arrived, just turned up. He parked his rig, truck driver from Iowa, parked his rig just along outside Downing Street. It's currently being towed to the police impound. He is going to come over and interact with the horse. But being a respectful fellow, he's not going to try and touch the horse, as you can see. See, what a lovely Jen. Who's next? What do we think? Which one of these lovely people, guys, arms crossed, impatient, unsure, are going to come over next? Oh, that's his wife, Leanne. I wonder actually just how big the flow is going to be after the palace. I think it's more likely to be a flood than a flow. If this is anything to go by. I think maybe what happened this morning is they were running a teeny bit late. I think that might well be why a lot of people flooded through the tunnel after the guard change. That's when we saw that massive deluge coming out the front gates a little while ago. So she just said to her friend, that's the horse, the one that I can't even touch. Okay, what about this bro? Nope, and the reason he's not touching folks is that his arms are not long enough. He's just like, look, I would like to touch, but I can't. So let's go home. Oh, this chap looked straight at the sign as he walked over. So he clearly knows. Oh. Oopsie. Damn, he's got super reactions, in fact. Bruce Lee Jr. kid there. Really fast reactions when the horse moves. If the horse nips him, he's going to scream super loudly. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Here comes our Gatesman, our first Gatesman, folks, of the morning, coming out the centre area into a massive crowd of tourists. Look at this. I like this Gatesman, in fact. He is a super professional looking fellow. I think he's going to come this way instinctively. Oh my god! He got a double nod. It went straight back in. I mean, to be honest, looking at what he'd have to navigate his way through, I can understand why he probably thought, you know what? What's the point? Hopefully next up will be the police horses coming through. Damn, we just lost our super prime spot. Let's have a look at the other end for a few minutes and then we'll come back. Actually, it's really humid, guys. There's no sunshine, etc., but it's a crazy humid morning. Big time. Let's zoom through. There's a picture of me with his approval. Yes. Got the nod. How's about that? Right, so we're at the other end now. It's got a massive number of yellow-shirted tourists. No idea where they're from or which sport they might represent. It says UCF, folks. What does that mean? On their tops, UCF. Oh, she's got a Friends. Wait. Oh, it's not a Friends t-shirt. It says Fries. Straight away, I thought that said Friends. It says Fries. With the same font as the TV show Friends. Maybe she just had some pommes frites in Paris. Yeah, massive. Wait, it's a sports group. 1 second.
Yes.
Look, it's a huge sporting group. Surf Select, it says. I wonder actually if they're from Australia. Let's move the camera away a teeny bit. Sound like they're from the US, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking from the US, but for some reason they've brought over a massive amount of people with them. And I think I've spotted a rancher from New Mexico. Look at this fellow here, guys, with the Stetson. I think it's a Stetson, is it not? Cowboy hat. Maybe he's from Peru, thinking about it. Maybe we'll be Peruvian and not Mexican. But for some reason, that group has brought a massive number of people with them. Look at it. It's packed. And remarkably, Stetson man is heading over for a picture with the guard. Look at this. I'm going to guess Mexican. The thing is, though, that we still, as of yet, haven't had the chain restored. So, can I ask you where you're from with the hat? Which country are you from?
Mexico.
Mexico?
Yeah.
What is this hat called in Mexico? Is it a Stetson, or what do you call this hat, your hat?
Yeah, this is a saguayo. Saguayo hat.
Saguayo? Or saguayo?
Saguayo.
Saguayo.
They make in Michoacán or Sabores.
Yeah, I love that. Super. Gracias, guys. Wow. Okay, so my initial instinct was right. Mexico. Wow. I need to head to Guadalajara, guys. Not for the tequila, not for the girls, but for the hat. Yes. Coming soon. London City Walks live with the cartel in Guadalajara and Tijuana. Oh, now we've moved on to the Panama fedora and floppy hat segment. This kind of rough give or take last month to 6 weeks, depending on whether we have an Indian summer, is my favourite part, to be honest. Because I noticed last year that there were so many people out and about enjoying the fact that it's warm but not hot. It makes such a difference. Because, you know, you can go out and spend the whole day walking around and not go home like a sticky little sweat stain on the floor, as I did on Monday. Now, remarkably, folks, I know you're not going to believe it, despite the fact that we reached just under 35 degrees in London, on Monday the horses were not removed, to the best of my knowledge. They were still there when I finished recording, and other people were recording in the afternoon. So we just missed that takeoff, so the troopers would have been absolutely dead, I think, by the time they finished working on Monday. Plus now they've got to deal with this massive amount of people. It's a lot of people, isn't it? I mean, just look at it. The thing is, it's really hard to decide which is the better end. I think, considering we've got a changeover shortly, i.e. in 10 minutes, we'll stay at this end and get a good spot. That way we'll see the new horses come out through the back of the box and then into the box. It's roughly 8-9 minutes, so very soon. In fact, actually, guys, that was a perfect opportunity to test my my comedic skills. What I should have said to the lovely gent from Mexico is, have you heard the joke about the Spanish fireman? He would have probably said, like, "Qui?" Like, what? Which Spanish fireman? And I could have then said to him, well, Jose and his brother, Jose B. Damn it, next time, guys, I need to be a little bit more sharp, in fact. Yesterday I was talking to a girl on the street last night, talking about her little Shih Tzu, and it reminded me of a certain famous British joke about a zoo. But hey, I'll save that for another time, guys. A lot of you will know that zoo joke involving a dog. It's clean, an absolute classic British joke. But for the moment, let's focus on tourists not being naughty. Can't wait till we get Raden back at some point and see whether she decides to engage in active tourist touching. Raden is a fondler. Let's have a quick look, folks. Where is it? 1 second. I'm hearing a massive amount of noise, for example, but I can't see where it's coming from. Can you hear it, guys? Even the troopers looking, like, what the hell is all that noise? Wait, it sounds like it's coming from the yard. It is coming from the yard, wait. Actually, no, it's not. Where the hell is all that noise coming from? I wonder if it's the... you know what? I think it might be the troopers playing a joke on the PA system. I'm sure, guys. Did you hear that on the microphone? Plus, you saw the trooper looking. It's like, what the hell is all that noise? Like a massive group of kids like shouting, but there's no one here. It doesn't make any sense. That is super odd. Oh, minions arrive, look. I bet they did that, cheeky scoundrels. Yeah, we're not going to get stuck in here actually. Oh, Ron's back. One of the very best tour guides, folks, here at Horseguards. In fact, if not the best. Definitely in the top 3, 100%. Right, let's get back in that spot. That was so weird that it was that noisy and all of a sudden there's no one there. Maybe it was actually, folks, a ghost. Quite possibly it was a ghost. And here are some people speaking in a language that we like very much.
Está escrito para não tocar o cavalo.
I actually really like that was Lillian Rockefeller, folks. Very, very famous member of an old moneyed US family, wearing her finest pearl necklace. And that was a really beautiful pearl necklace. I think the horsey was very tempted, weren't you? Look, yeah, look, you cheeky scoundrel horse. Now he's looking all bashful and guilty. He's like, John, don't make false accusations, that's not true. Let's have a quick look and see if we can ID the horse, guys. Well, we've got a few minutes here at the front. It's a bit of a mess, but let's give it a go. 1 second. Right, got the number. Let's see if I can match it for y'all. This beauty is, drum roll. Way good. Yes. Oh, actually the trooper even just stared at me then. I said that a bit too loudly. He was like, what the are you announcing the name for? Don't tell everyone else. Oops, I was way too loud, folks, with way good. Oh, got a hand signal from the stableman that said, I think it looked like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, something like that. In other words, soon. Oh, guys, look who's back. One of our favourite MOD officers is back. Bearded, tall, and authoritative. Just like me, actually. Excuse me. The key difference being that he actually does have authority and I don't have any at all. Alas. In fact, that is not true. I mean, I have the same moral authority, I guess, as any other tourist that visits here. The interesting thing is going to be when the go in the guard change happens shortly, and he starts telling everybody to move. They won't move more than jump. Oh, there are the police beauties. Look, ta-da! Clippy cloppy. Okay, so we got the ideal spot right in front of the box. Now, before you all get excited, lovely viewer, or viewers, collective, we will not be having Ormond making an appearance unless the lifeguards decide on some sort of hire purchase agreement with the Blues. Still live in hope, guys, that one day we might well see Q10 and Ormond in the box together. Tourists are enamoured. Look, they're watching and observing and pointing at and smiling at the police horses. And I get it.
Non ti si inquadra, un po' più qua, un po' più qua, un po' più qua.
Which language that is, guys? Is it like Pobby-Qua or something? What was he saying? Anyone recognise the language? Pobby-Qua or Pobby-Qua? Which I guess means closer. There we are. We've got gates, police, trooper, horse, inquisitive horse, wondering why the road's closed. Uh-oh, there we are. That's the first hand on the horse's nose, but the trooper did. I'm pretty sure he said don't touch. He definitely said something. Waker is looking super alert this morning, look. It's almost like he's been cryogenically frozen for a year and just been defrosted and put in the box. He looks super happy and perfectly presented. He said, John, please stop making jokes about me. I'm always a professional trooper horse. I know you are, sir. He's definitely listening, isn't he, to the chit-chat. Look, very good. Shake your head if you're listening to us. Please, please, come on. Give us a sign. Come on, be way good for us. Way too good. Right, we've got maybe 1 minute left, guys, until they're going to start. They're already in the yard, they're dealing with everybody, pushing them out of the way onto the line. Be interesting to see which horse is going to replace Way Good. Ah, the Russians again. Oh, here we go. This might be interesting. She's saying, she's saying "не бойся," which means don't be scared. Then "пошли," which means come on, let's go. Shortly, the police will tell them to move. If they don't, it'll be then the trooper that will tell them to move. "Пошли, let's go." Or actually, I think "пошли" means more like "come on," or like "off we go." Oh. Running over now to get the final little pictures before we're temporarily shut for the changeover. Bing bong. There we are, officer, chilling at the gate, telling everybody to get themselves behind the goddamn bollards, which is what I'm going to do right now. How long do we think it's going to be before this guy gets told to move? Oh, he moved himself. This little dude is the only lawbreaker at the moment. Here come the two new horses. They're really on it in the yard this morning, which is not really surprised considering the officers that were on the ground. Okay, goodbye, Mr. Good. No one's getting close for a moment. Okay, here come the new ones. Just about spot the other one, who's kind of unsure whether he wants to work today. Look, in the back. No, here we go. See if I can get you both names, people. I'll do my best. Let's see who's coming up now. I've got the list open, so it'll be foolish not to have a quick look. Who's this curiously glazed beauty? Oh, wow, that number's really clear. 1 second, let's get a picture just so I can be 100% sure. I'm hoping it's not going to be a new one. I don't think it is. This one, we just have Way Good, and this one is... Oh god, it's that problem we had before, folks. It's the horse that's got Kilimanjaro's number, but Kilimanjaro is no longer in the regiment. That's one I keep forgetting about. I promise I'll make a note of that to myself. Actually, wait, let's take some pictures of this horse and put it on my Insta. That way we've got a... It's out there for reference. 1 minute. Because this horse is a real beauty. Every time we have the horse with this number here, I'm thinking, like, which one is it? try and take a really good picture now. Yeah, I've got a couple of super pictures actually. Wait, let me pop one of these up now, because that is a particularly unique blaze. Yeah, one picture came out really well. 1 second. I'm going to title the image Unknown Lifeguard Horse. Second, the tourists already started to come forward again. I'm waiting, so I'm going to be quiet for a second, guys, while I post this unnamed lifeguard horse. Somebody will know which one it is. So thank you to whoever produces the name. Right, so the chaos continues. We've now got the palace crowd starting to arrive. So we'll stay here for a little bit whilst we're right in the centre, and then we'll go to the other end in maybe 5 to 10 minutes, get another ID, and hopefully also capture some more potential misbehaviour. Let's see. Oh, somebody using flash photography. Obviously not got their frontal lobe switched on. Right, that picture has now been posted. Let's see if anybody can figure out which horse it is. Like I said, as a clue, the horse that used to have this number, folks, was Kilimanjaro. Kilimanjaro, I seem to remember, was retired to the horse's trust, which means that obviously the number has been given to a new horse, or a new horse. I'm recording, my friend. Or this new horse is also named Kilimanjaro. So I'm going to stick with Kilimanjaro, but the picture has been labelled as unnamed lifeguard horse. So let's see. Very, very, very distinctive markings. So it should not be difficult to ID this one. Someone will know who it is. And the second I get this one, guys, I'll add it to the list. In the past week and a bit, we've added 5 new ones to the list. Zambezi, Zenith, Zutalor, Zandvoorder, and thanks to you guys, we've also now got a positive ID on Titus, who's also been added permanently to the list, complete with corresponding hoof number. So this horse, I've got the hoof number, we just need the name that goes with it. Oh, is she? Nope. Even her friend's laughing. They're super scared. Oh, I think he's mistaking her blaze for some sort of evergreen foliage. Uh-oh. Is he going to eat the whole hand? She's touching. I'm hoping this little bro with the Dubai cap is going to get out of the way in a minute, guys. Fingers crossed. I'm not really a fan of Dubai, to be quite honest, so the sooner he moves, the better. Okay, they're just finished changing over of the Gatesman, the yard. You saw him going back in. Either that or it's for the cuirass to be removed, one or the other. I didn't actually bother to look to see whether the cuirasses have been removed. Oh, finally he's got his picture. And he's not only touching the horse, he's touching the reins. Would you believe it? Quincy's now. He's the left. On the left bank.
Lucas, tu peux te rapprocher d'avant, s'il te plaît, sinon je peux l'avoir. Encore, rapproche-moi un tout petit peu plus. Lucas, s'il te plaît, dépêche-toi. C'est bon.
I mean, it was c'est bon, guys. And now they're c'est gone. From c'est bon to c'est gone. I thought for a second, actually, the fellow dressed all in black was going to reach for some nuts to feed the horse. Her hands are all over the horse. Like, look at this. I'm not quite understanding this at all, to be quite honest with you, folks. We definitely chose the right end though. Plenty of squishing and queuing and pushing at this end. It's overwhelmed. There's no way the horse is going to bite this cartel guy on the right. No chance. Or the horse is left, our right. No chance. The horse knows he's going to get whacked if he even dreams about it. Gosh, I thought it was Camilla for a second, folks. Then I remembered though, Camilla doesn't wear orange t-shirts from Primark. Oh, let's just give the horse a nice little pat rub right in front of the sign that says don't touch the horse. Guess you missed that part. Oh, here's another person just turning up to give the horse a bit of a rub down. Well, sorry guys, I know this is not what you were hoping for, but, you know, I am your faithful Horse Guards news source, so you make of it what you will. The little dude on the right's got the same haircut as the horse in the don't touch the horse sign. Actually, that's a pretty smart move by the trooper to pull the horse back. Now the horse is going to be harder to touch, or to reach to touch. That's also, I think, our cue in a moment to move to the other end. God, they're really flowing out of the gates now. Look at this. It's proper busy again. The lady on the right is actually in the box on the cobbles. I like how people are kind of queuing up though. Developed their own queuing system here today. And it's working. I think a cavalry charge might be coming, guys. Let's wait for it. It's okay. Definitely a Spanish-speaking week, folks, here at Horse Guards, without a doubt. Actually, that's Camilla, folks. You just recognise on the right-hand side. I know what you're thinking, people, and hopefully, shortly, they might install a sign here telling tourists that they can't touch the horse. I'm not convinced, but apparently it's something that's being thought about. Maybe we'll see a sign like that appear at some point on the wall here somewhere. Goodness. Bro's on the phone to his horse breeder, asking if they've got a similar one to this one at home. Okay, I'm reasonably certain the chap here, folks, in blue will not touch the horse. Oh wait, he already did. I know a lot of you are going to be thinking, you know, right in the comments, John, why don't you say something? Guys, this is a whole different ball game to a group of disrespectful idiots in the yard. And you know, there are cameras everywhere, trooper on the horse, police here. Goodness me, I think we've pretty much figured this end out. We'll head to the other end in a minute. Actually, I'll give it 5 more minutes here, then I'll head to the other end for the last part of the video. We can get another idea, hopefully, on the last horse. And possibly, there might be a part 2. Still debating it, whether or not to do a part 2 or to be out tomorrow. It's a difficult one, actually. I'm meeting a lovely visitor from New Zealand tomorrow evening, so I'm a little bit like, do I relax all day, knowing what you Kiwis are like? or do I come out and film? Tough one. I guess I could recover on Friday. Oh. Lucky the horse is not a nipper, in fact. One would have had his head off. Let's move a teeny bit, right? Because I've just spotted the Gatesman. He's on his way out. Here he comes. Nice timing, actually, folks. He's going to arrive right in front of us. Sorry, I'm talking about I'm talking to my video, not to you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Here he comes. Oh. Oops. Gosh. That was rather directly in front. I think that was probably the most make way to camera in a year of filming. Now that we're out of the way, look. Golly, that was rather exciting, actually. I felt myself getting mildly aroused by just how intimate that encounter was with the tourist. Fantastic. Cerebrally aroused, that is, guys, just to clarify. Golly. Right. To the other end, where the horse is actually pushing the tourist out of the way himself. Look at this. Everyone's coughing, guys. It's the same little thing I got. Coffee splutter, McCoffee splutter. Okay. There's only a single thread between her modesty and a public decency offence. Let's hope the horse doesn't take advantage of the situation. It's remarkable, actually, how similar the trooper on this horse looks to the Gatesman who just came to the front. They could honestly be twin brothers. The similarity is striking. Oh, this horse is talking. I'll get its number in a minute, guys, but I can be right in front. So I'm going to try and get it now. No, we need to be right in front. It's not readable from this angle. At least no one's touching the horse at this end. Oh wait, they just did. What about headbutting the horse, folks? Does that count as an offence, or what do we think?
time today.
Like a gentle little headbutt from the tourist to the horse, that is, not vice versa.
Right, let's have a go, you boys.
Oh, he's a curious little horse, this one, actually. Very curious. This guy's actually resting his head on the horse's head, for goodness sake. Actually, the crowd at this end's even worse than it was at the other end.
I can't see you all. Look at
No, it's okay, go ahead, it's okay. Sorry guys, we're at a slightly curious angle, but at least we're getting clear footage that no one's touching the horse. See, look, no hands even close to the horse. If that were not exciting enough, folks, look at this. It's okay. Oh, lifeguard horse is like, hello, ladies, to the horses coming through here. Wee, super. Okay, so he's really excited by the police horses. Now, luckily, this fellow on the horse's right in the blue top has never touched a king's horse before. He was not at the other end 5 minutes ago. Whoa. He did not grab the reins at the other end either. This is his first offence, guys. At least in the past 7 seconds. I'm crazy close, because if I were not so close, it would have been impossible to get it. There are so many heads and people really, really close. Let's see if we can get right in front. Hold on. Okay, now we're right in front. Let me get the hoof number and get an ID for you all. It's great though to see that everyone's keeping their hands off this morning. Oh wait, they're not. Right. Right, you equine beauty, who are you? I got the number, let's match it. It is... Oh, guys, rejoice. I'm sort of tempted to not tell you which horse it is, but I'm not a scoundrel. This is the one and only, spectacular, new, glorious Z-horse known as Zandvoorde. Second or third time I've ever seen this horse. He only appeared for the first time a week or two ago, but he's back. And I'm remembering now because of those very interesting, slightly brown, like sort of mahogany-esque areas around his eyes. Zandvoorde. Flemish, folks. Because I'm foolish, guys, I forgot to actually post the regiment after each horse. So we know, for example, that Zambezi is a blues horse, probably the blues horse, to be honest. Ormond. But yeah, Zandvoorde, obviously a lifeguard horse. Second. The problem is, guys, and you've noticed this before in previous recent videos, the second there are one or two touching, like this fellow now, who doesn't even want to get his arm out of this lady's picture, everybody else decides they can touch. Oh, see that? He just bumped the kid's cap. Love this horse, guys. Really interactive and cute horse. Anybody want to guess whether it's a mare or a gelding? Because I've got no clue, guys. I'm not going to go snooping. To be honest, guys, I know rules are rules, and I'm not going to defend anybody touching. But this horse kind of really looks like it's into it. Certainly with that girl. In fact, I think she's going to go to H Cove Museum afterwards and adopt the horse officially. Oh. Wow. I haven't seen anybody wearing a vest like that since Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Very retro look for London in 2024. The tallest couple in Europe right in front of the camera right now, folks. I'm actually holding it almost above my head, and yet the girl and the guy are both taller than I am. I'm feeling inferior. His hands are all over the place, like on the reins. Look at it. Look, he's now actually holding on. Look, hands, fingers are inside. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Super curious. The good news, ladies and gents, is that somebody has spotted what's going on and is going to deal with it. Love it. Let's see somebody touch the horse now. Oh no, don't. No. Oh God. Folks, I really want to turn the camera off at this point, honestly, I'm not joking. The thing is, to be honest, the only way to completely deal with this is by having a permanent presence at the front, at the boxes, and I can't see that happen. I just can't, regardless of the sign. Now, you might think this horse looks super chill, and the horse is super chill, but it's a new horse. He's only been in the regiment for a couple of months, only been at horseguards a couple of times ever. So obviously he's not got a problem at the moment with being touched, but that's completely besides the point. He shouldn't be being touched because it says right there, don't touch the horse. I like how this horse pushes people away though when he doesn't want to interact with them. He's like, get lost.
Iди сюда. С папой. Папа, иди сюда. Папа, иди сюда. Сюда стой.
Netflix is proper packed here right now.
Вперед.
Crazy tall people, folks. Can't even actually hold it with a pole above. Like really tall. Oh, Chinese cowboy, guys. Is that howdy, y'all? It is crazy, actually, how much of a squash there is. What the hell? What the hell is that? Oh wait, actually wait. He was setting up like a little selfie cam, the cowboy, for his little skit. 1 second, guys. Sorry, we're gonna get it up with massive blurring if I don't get the camera to a better spot. 1 second. These people are getting my nose in front. 1 minute. Okay, that's better, guys. I just pushed between them. Standing here too long anyway. Kind of unfair for people that are waiting such old staff to wait, because there's a big line of people not moving for new people to get their photos.
Ponte de este lado, ven. Ahí están luchando exactamente, mira.
No, no porque me haga, pero...
If I move back a teeny bit, guys, this is what we're dealing with here. Look at it. Mad, eh? Like completely mad.
¿Tienes tú preparado el móvil? Vale. Se la sacas tú después me la pasas, ¿vale?
Naim, go.
Crowd on the right is super busy today. Madness. We're gonna have to head into part 2, I think, people. This is just crazy. The Gatesman's out as well. Look. So if he doesn't decide to come over here, it's going to be carnage. I don't think it would. There's too many people. Right, folks, I'm going to end part 1, but you'll see for continuity's sake, with the lovely lady here on the left, that the break will be a very brief one before I'm back for part 2. Right back, guys. Bye for now.